That's completely fine here. Team Hawk, I mean, if they really want to go for like hard counters, the fact that they've got 2 heroes dedicated around CC, Diggy is wide open, but I don't know, that's not for me to say. I think that for at least Team Hawk's side, just keep it standard for the time being. Maybe even reveal your EXP early, because at the end of the day, it's more important to have a support that's actually able to contribute rather than, hey, you're playing team fight, therefore I play team fight.
You either play the game or you play by your own rules. And actually, Janus did play in MDL Indonesia, I believe Season 2 back then, under RRQ Kaito, so another one of those blossoming stars. Definitely has met Sakin at one point. Now that I think about it, they're on the same team, so not that big of a problem. The Grok comes out.
All right. The Grok comes out. They want to make sure that they have their EXP for the very last. Oh, the classic!
Yes, the classic.
The classic Clint gets locked in this time around, and they're going to go for CC as well. Interesting composition that they have here.
The majority of the damage is going to be quick bursts, right? Clint, Novaria. Does worry me a little bit. If the fight gets extended, does Bountee have enough fuel in the tank?
I think, if it does go extended, I think the ones that benefit from these types of extended fights is going to be Lexia on this Lilia, 100%. If it lands those Shadow Balls, it's so good. And now we see the pick here. It's going to be EXP Barat, and we're finally seeing Fanny after so long.
Last time we saw Fanny, Demon Kite decimated Todak, so teams learn from that experience, but it's a new season. Janus getting his hand on this hero. I mean, Baras being such a valuable pick right now. It's been a long time since we saw this big boy, but obviously the recent patches has made him a force to be reckoned with again. This is going to be the draft for game number 2. How are you feeling about it?
Honestly, I'm really liking this Fanny pick coming in for the side of Team Hawk. I love that they picked it right at the very end and used that flex pick for Iris at the end of it, because again, Clint, super immobile. He's only got one move to get him out, and that is going to be the trapping recoil. Once that's down, guess what? You're a sitting duck.
And it's only most effective if you actually land it.
Yep.
And on the Fanny, well, good luck to Bountee. We're going to hop into game 2 against Bountee Esports against Team Hawk. Team Hawk looking to close it out 2-0 if possible. But judging by the trajectory of game 1, Team Hawk are looking very good.
Well, let's see for how long they can actually do this, right? This could go one of 2 ways. Either we do see the initial snowball coming out from Janus' side, or we're going to see every purple buff after the first one be taken away from him, and he's going to immediately drop off the map.
How do you feel about Fanny going into the late game? I mean, there were some examples I saw, like Fanny is still good. Others are like, Fanny just drop off when the game goes late. In this situation, where does it fall?
Well, I think it falls where it descales elegantly, right? Mainly because your main target is going to be Panda at the end of the day. Nobody else, right? Everybody else is kind of like, yes, give or take if you have the damage to actually do so. Wait, is Norn dead here?
Nah.
No, he's not going to die, right?
Like
okay.
CC Minotaur.
All right. Not exactly the biggest burst damage in the world, but it's good to see at least First Blood has already been given over. No,
what?
That's not right.
No,
that graphic is that graphic is just telling me that they've already taken the game. Sorry, but overall, I do think that Janus is going to descale relatively elegantly, right?
Like a graceful drop-off.
Yeah.
Like you don't hit the floor, you don't fall flat.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like he wants to one-shot Havas. He wants to one-shot Dominus as well as Panda. Both of which, worst comes to worst, they lose a Wind of Nature, or they either lose maybe a Battle Spell.
And we just saw Janus making that first attempt onto Yan Lord. Thankfully, he could leap over the wall. So didn't have to use the Flicker just yet. What worries me is when we start contesting for objectives. Well, he can build new walls, and that could sometimes benefit or make life harder for Janus. But most of the time, I think look at the draft of Bountee, it's going to make it slightly easier for Janus to kind of maneuver around when you catch the crucial targets. And we talked about Panda, right? It's harder for him to navigate through terrain compared to Dominus.
Not significantly. And now since they're getting right on top of this turtle as soon as they can, this is probably going to be a 4v4 fight. Marksman's not going to be involved just yet.
Bountee bringing it down low. And now there's going to be a flicker from Iris, gobbling up the Fredrin to allow Janus to get the turtle. very telegraphed from the side of Team Hawk and Bountee. I don't think they want any smoke with these boys.
Yep, good red tree coming in from Janus, and now this is going to lead him to having a big lead over Yuna, a 2-level lead, in fact. Now the question is, where are they going to start developing this lead, right? Where are they going to start investing the resources? Because Panda's lane hasn't been touched just yet. This could be a very good time to do so, but Havas, he also looks like a prime target as well.
Yeah, he does look juicy. Early on, you can shove against this Barrage, but only for the first few minutes. At one point, Barrage, he's just going to stand in that lane and there's nothing to do about it.
Look at how much damage he's taking. He may be a level ahead, but it's just like Iris is having the time of his life. Slowly stacking, slowly sustaining, doesn't need to do too much.
Saken having the confidence to walk up because Noir is around.
All right. In terms of items, Fury Hammer already purchased here. Looks like it's going to be not even first item, tier 2 boots instead. Good choice of the pants coming in from Panda's side. It's interesting to see, right? Panda is extremely immobile, but he's still taking into consideration, I could be dove under turret, and since I'm manipulating the waves to just keep it right in front of turret range, I still get the bonus of the protection damage. Oh, wait, hold on.
On to Noir. Still pretty healthy. 4 members tagged by the Astro Echo, but nothing comes out of that.
Yeah, oh man, the supers giving all their support on our side here for Team Hawk. After that first, oh, hold on!
Alright, go. It's gonna be a wild shot to the Young Lord. Here comes Saken. Damage, not really enough, but does force a reaction. Young Lord having to blow that flicker.
This is going to allow, at least for Panda, to walk up into the lane just a little bit more. He is a little nervous whether or not Noir is going to show up one more time, but having reset this lane is going to be perfect for him.
Even better for Saken. I think you do want that lane to be reset at Dominus. Oh, not so lucky. First blood for Lacey in that mid lane.
Oh, man. Did not want that to happen, but it's going on to Lexia, and once again, he's been controlling the way Bountee Esports move in these fights. Havas having used his vengeance here.
Well, force out the vengeance. And Havas barely surviving. Noir the wall doesn't really connect. So now to force Havas away. This turtle gets resetted for now.
Wow, I'm surprised that Iris didn't flicker in for that, actually. He probably should have. Noir cancels it out, and I mean, man advantage for Bountee for now, but Janus, he's got his energy back.
Yeah, level advantage for him, so it's easy red 3 for Janus. Noir, he's going to be the punching bag. 4-man knockout by Yen Lord with that ultimate, but he's going to be the sacrificial cow. Team Hawk finding another kill and turtle.
How nice of Janus to hand that kill over to Lexia. Now, cut back down towards that bottom side of the map, right? Panda, as of right now, looks like finishes his tier 2 boots. Lane is in, all right, pretty neutral state overall, and I think, Saken is getting more and more confident now that I'm guessing that he's already finished his first item at this point, right?
And he has an experienced lead over Panda, which was not really the case just a few minutes ago. Now you can see the attention from Noir bringing himself down bot to allow Saken to open it up. Middle lane Dominus falls once more.
Good play, good maneuvers. Looks like Team Hawk more coordinated this time round. Having the initiative on their side to actually make these macro plays is a good choice, but we're not seeing the big conversions just yet. We see the tier 1 on bottom side due to just Saken, honestly, just winning out these 1v1s.
Yeah, 3.5k goal advantage. At this point of time, Iris not afraid to walk on forward. She's gonna get rid of the turret first and then gobble out her boss, send him into the wall. Vengeance is forced out, but Malaysia is just gonna keep pummeling him with the gloom, forcing her boss to back off.
Okay, not bad. 42 seconds. By the time the turtle spawns, there should be just a little bit left until Iris gets the Daytona's welcome back once more. And he's also got the flicker, so he can actually look to make the big play.
Not really breaking a sweat so far. Team Hawk slowly but surely building up that goal advantage. And without the vengeance, the CC becomes a lot more vulnerable to these big damage numbers.
Yeah, we're seeing the goal difference here, the breakdown of it. A majority coming in from the jungle, a little bit coming out from the gold laner as well. Now the chase.
Look at the posture from Noir, just putting himself out in the open, and with the power of nature, you can't really lock him down. Well, Bountee doing whatever they can to protect that mid-tier 1. Actually, Janus was dropped out very low, so had to reset, but the third turtle spawning on the top side.
Man, Havas was greeting out for it. He was greeting out, walking up into the lane, and it's good punish coming in from Panda's side, right? 10 more seconds until he comes back to life, and at this point, I think Team Hawk should just take priority over to the side of Turtle. Somebody needs to clear that top wave. Don't want to miss out soaking up some extra EXP and gold.
Sake getting that solo kill. Well, here we go. Daytona's welcome. Gonna spit that Frederick into the wall, and wow, Dominus not even getting a chance to respond. Flicker was, what, 2 seconds off cooldown. Very unfortunate enough. Speak of Panda, he's going to get dole, but good protection coming in from Yanlord to keep him alive, and Team Hawk biting off a lot more than they could chew, giving away 2 kills. Havas not done just yet, jumping onto Lesia over Iris, but can't really chase.
Yeah, it's not going too good here for the side of Bountee, but I'm not seeing this goal lead really getting developed much until we see this first Lord, and it's going to be important, right? Especially for Team Hawk to develop this 2.6k lead into a clean 5k lead, and they've taken a majority of the outer turns, right? Mid still holding strong for the side of Bountee, but if we're looking at the win prediction so far, it's 81-19.
Yeah. Complete opposite of that game number 1 statistics, but they could change. They say Bountee had a 73% chance of winning, and that didn't happen. But for Team Hawk, at least, I mean, we're seeing the exact same scenario as we did in the previous game, where Bountee had a lead around 3k, and then it was stuck at 2.5 to 3.5k for a while. And that's what's happening with Team Hawk. They overstep a little bit a minute or two ago, and now we are in this deadlock where Bountee can still keep up with them.
The worst part is that it's difficult for Bountee to find big punishments on Team Hawk. Like, they could have easily started walking towards the purple side buff of Team Hawk's right side jungle, but no, it's more important that they sit right on top of this Lord, right? They don't want to find opportunities for Team Hawk to catch them off the rotation.
Yeah, just trying to deal with the side waves. I believe that was Havas that sent him back home. Well, Team Hawk forcing to slow the tempo down, and I'd say Bountee doing a very, very good job of keeping this mid tier 1 alive. That is making life slightly hard for Team Hawk. You can't really go for a dive. And taking this Lord might be a bit harder than they would have wanted it to. But for now, they are keeping Bountee at bay and just relying on Janus, Sakin to get rid of the objective, and Bountee could not contest at all.
Yep, can't even walk up here. No holes in the gameplay coming up from the side of Team Hawk for now. But time is ticking. 9 minutes going into 10. This is where it's going to start getting really, really stressful. And you're hoping, wait, oh, many cables, no kills, no conversions.
Can't really die. At least not for now. You're relying on the Lord to be the one that breaks it wide open.
Yeah, it's going to take some time here. It really is. Team Hawk, the supers, even building up the anticipation of them, trying to crack down onto Bountee with the Lord.
And this could be the first step to the beginning of the end. Well, Bountee, do they still want to defend this mid-tier 1? Doesn't look very possible, though. Yuna is going to take the wild charge in the face. That's 2 by Noir. Yuna trying to keep Iris at bay at least, but Iris is just going to turn around with Daytona's welcome, put his out of range, spit the Spreadrin back into his team, and that's a 3-man energy eruption into that ult. The big slam that Bountee has been looking for, and Iris goes down.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff coming in from the side of Bountee. They do lose a bottom tier 2 in the meantime, and I think that's overall okay, right? Oh, unless
Janus gets it, manages to get out. Flamboyant movement, Dominus. Going one burn, unfortunately, just not enough.
Oh, I thought he was going to go in just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Maybe even flicker in for the auto attack there to try and commit to him. But so far, I think Lexia has been doing a phenomenal job here at just zoning out, making it really awkward for Yanlord to walk in safely to use that Minoan Fury.
Yeah. You say that, but Bountee has been punishing Team Hawk. At least at the end of the day, Team Hawk, they still got the turret. Well, actually, they didn't get the turret.
They'll get it now.
They will get it now.
They will get it now.
Taking longer than expected.
Right. Panda, it looks like he's doing some pretty significant damage. I'm pretty sure he's starting to finish off some important items. They take away the purple buff from the side of Bountee, and now that Panda, with the Malefic Roar, should have enough damage to start dealing with people with like Noir. I'm not 100% sure whether he can start chunking out Iris just yet.
It might change the game a little bit for Janus, right? You put yourself within range of those revolvers, you're also going to take a big chunk of damage from this Clint. So it's now slightly different for Team Hawk to approach these team fights.
Yeah, 33 more seconds to do so. How do we play this out? it's annoying because CC, yes, she's great at 1v1ing, but she's terrible at pushing waves, right? It just takes so long.
Yeah, it's absolutely atrocious for CC, but we also have the hand cam brought to you by ROG, and in this case, I mean, we're looking at least how these players are kind of slowing down the pace, at least for Team Hawk. We might start to slowly look at the descent of Janus. This game starting to go into that later stages. 13 minutes in already.
Not good. He's already showed himself topside. This could be a potential force for the side of Bountee, right? It's 4v4. He's going to make it actually commit to this? No. This is just a long, drawn-out Lord Dance. They're going to bring the whole squad to ensure that this falls into the hands of Team Hawk.
This is where CC is going to struggle a little bit. Can't deal with the wave, but has no choice to attend to it. Team Hawk should get this Lord without any contest. And I say it's as clean as it can get.
Yep, very clean indeed. Everything's falling into the hands of Team Hawk, right? It feels like they can't do any wrong just yet. Panda, on the other hand, still looking to get his next item, still waiting to scale hard. Let's see what he has. Blade of Heptases, Endless Battle into the Malefic Roar. He's just been holding on to the component of Fury Hammer for a while. But if you look at the opposite side, right, Socket, he's got the Trinity build up and going with the Malefic Roar, and it looks like he's going to go for the Winds of Nature as his final item.
Don't want to get too shouted by the Clint. There's some extra penetration, so Panda went the extra mile just to keep that Fury Hammer. That means an extra, like, what? 500, actually no, 800 plus gold.
Yeah, 800 plus gold. That would be roughly around there. But now, let's see how this is going to play out, right? They delayed that Lord to get synchronized waves. They want to make sure that the Lord walks in at the as the very last man here.
Here it comes, Lord crashing into the middle lane. Astral Echo with a 3-man ping. Bountee Esports was on the side to look for an angle, but can't find any. Good news, they got rid of the Lord very fast, but Iris actually wants some smoke. He's going to flicker backwards, and here comes Yellow, gets stunned before he could follow up with the ultimate. Janus ends up picking up the kill onto Panda, and Bountee Esports right now with the momentum broken means that Team Hawk can continue to snowball his advantage. Everyone on Bountee is now down low. Janus wants a bit more of that. Can't find any, but 2 inhibitors will fall.
Yep, this is looking good. Very good for the side of Team Hawk. Now developing into a 9k gold lead. I mean, Bountee have one last opportunity to try and pull this back. Down by 2 inhibitors is not ideal, of course. Down by 3 might just be too much.
Yanlor without his ultimate right now is going to be a bit harder to get things done. And, oh, Yuna is blown to smithereens. Panda will be back. Could be enough to mount this defense. But maybe not for long. Panda needs to start really pumping out the numbers. Team Hawk getting all 3 inhibitors, and now another gobble out by Iris, this time onto her boss. Her boss falls. Noir with the wild charge onto Panda to force him away. Team Hawk have done more than enough.
Oh, they've done so much. They've done so much. I mean, look at, oh!
Dominus.
Oh!
Consolation prize on the way out. So I want to quickly point out that the idea for Yanlord to counter-engage with the Minoan Fury was great. But he flickered in the line of fire of the Daytona's welcome and got stunned by a boss who was spat out, which was very, very unfortunate. That was the combo breaker.
I mean, the most ideal situation would have been to, oh no, you see the Daytona's welcome coming, you start channeling that ult, you flicker right in front of that ult, and you have the anti-CC to block it. That would have been the most ideal, but that's only prior to that, not after you get yoinked up. But now with 7 seconds left on the clock here, Team Hawk, they don't have to force anything.
Yeah. The most minuscule of details to make the difference. And Janus, oh, Janus in that bush. He's going to be found. Yuna stopping it in his tracks.
He whipped!
Uh-oh, Janus! Barely getting away. Saved by just the presence of grace at the very end.
Oh, man. One cable could have been costing him this entire game. One missed cable was all it was going to take.
Gotta admit, Dominus landing that Star Shatter was almost kind of the doom of Janus.
Speaking of which, Dominus is going to reveal the map, and I don't think Team Hawk can actually sustain through all the consistent poke coming out of him, right? Panda wants to be able to walk up, but he only gets to walk up as the last line of defense if they manage to break through. Because again, he's immobile.
Yeah, you go as far as Yuna goes. And Janus was handling that side wave, so Bountee, they're forced to deal with all these crashing minions. And Team Hawk gets another free Lord. This could be the game ender.
Yup, this could be the game ender. Gold lead still in favor of Team Hawk. 11,000. Slowly going up and averaging between 10 to 11. And I don't know, Bountee Esports, they don't mind actually playing around the high ground. But now with these Lord empowered minions, 17 minutes into the game, people like CC, people like Frederick are going to really struggle to deal with an amassed amount of minions, super powered minions in fact, in their base.
Remember we talked about you dominating your gameplay via the ROG Phone 8, the Janus hand cam. That's how that Fanny is so agile. Barring that one missed cable, but you know, slip up happens. 165 Hz by the way. I wonder how it looks like on that screen.
It probably looks a lot better compared to us looking at through 3 screens here.
that you have a point. Well, Flicker, while just to the back, Team Hawk trying to end this right here, right now. Dominance is already gone, and Janus on the Crystal as we speak. The Lord doing the job for them is Team Hawk with a 2-0 sweep over Bountee.
That's what we want to see. A team who makes smart macro decisions, plays off of the opportunities given to them, and closes it out as cleanly as they can. That's going to be a 2-0 coming in from the side of Team Hawk. Oh boy, what a victory.
I'd say Bountee put up a better fight than I expected, especially when they were down like, what, 2 inhibitors. But the most minor of details was what really broke the straw that broke Camel's back. One Daytona's welcome, I suppose. But for Team Hawk, they get to celebrate this win. Kind of a reminiscence of how they started off Season 12 also, with a very dominant win.
I think it's just well played for the side of Team Hawk. Bountee, a couple of things that they're going to have to start looking into. Probably looking at draft patterns here, right? They're so honest with their draft.
I think you gotta throw some wrench into it, you know, just to confuse your opponents. Where are the flexes? What are you planning to reveal at the beginning?